So this is a creation we had like in standby, and we needed to go. Remember, we made a bus once, and so we needed to take that out and bring it up. This is about bringing this body. It's a bus created with one of our partners that we are bringing into Castle to operate together with us. That works about making composite structures. And this is how a composite bus is done. Only two molds, down mold, up mold, put together, and you have a bus ready to put powertrains for Richard and batteries, and driverless technology from Space AI, all of our integration and the experience on moving the vehicle, and some other systems like the interaction with software, with solar charging. So there's a lot of integration here related to this type of vehicles. And as you see, we're not inventing anything. This bus is a composite bus with CNG powertrain that Los Angeles County MTA had been testing for more than 10 years, being able to lower the cost per seat by increasing 5 feet to the length of the buses because of the reduction of weight. And you will ask me, but electric vehicles, electric buses are expensive. That's the first thing you hear. So I learned through the years that expensive is a very tricky word. I mean, something can be have an initial higher cost, but in the length of its long life, it will be cheaper than something that is a lesser cost in the beginning. So this is showing it. Proterra is maybe the most expensive electric vehicle in the world. It's a $1 million bus. And if you see through the operation through the years, has the lowest cost of all the other energy sources. So, and you will tell me, why is that? I mean, why? Because internal combustion motors are much inefficient than electric motors. And if you add to that the reduction of weight that you have with composite, then you have a very low cost per mile that is only 18 cents. So this was just to show how far we are to our objectives regarding electric vehicles. If you remember well, Governor Brown signed a document saying we need to have 1.5 million electric vehicles in California by 2020 or 2025. The thing is, in the world right now, we are close to 1 million. That's old, but the evolution is really slow. So we need more electric vehicle manufacturers, especially focused on public transportation, because there are none or very little right now. So this is how we divided our operations. The first operations to come to Castle is this too, and the energy because of manufacturing batteries. If you want to make electric vehicles, and this is something we are telling the world since 2011, if you want to get into the electric vehicles business, you should better manufacture your batteries and control that activity, because if not, it's going to block you at some time. We are going to achieve a battery peak sometime not far away from today because of the growth of energy storage for utilities, energy storage for solar roofs in homes and commercial and industrial, because of the growth of electric vehicles. There's not enough electric lithium batteries manufacturers today to supply all that thing. And you will tell me, but Elon Musk is doing his gigafactory. He already told the world that won't be enough even for him. So we need several gigafactories. So, this is a development that my friends over there in the back are interested in. We are talking about making some developments related to this, patents and maybe a prototype to be shown and be sold worldwide together with a Swedish group. This development was something we created, this type of thing that you have for the end of your presentation, like saying, okay, and for the future we have this. Well, when we met in 2012, the Los Angeles County MTA, the chairman of the time, Richard Katz, which is now a very good friend and will be part of our board, told us, this is what we need. You need to develop this. I mean, this is really different. I mean, BART, metros, trains, all this stuff is old, inefficient. You need tons to move kilos of people. I mean, this is amazing. How much does it cost? And we really didn't know because we had it only to show it as a future thing. So we went down to the team, and in a couple of months of asking people to do things that they never did, so they gave us some numbers, and we came up with motors and stuff that we needed to integrate into that solution. And we came up to the thing that we really got surprised ourselves because it was cheap and it was sustainable. We were able to generate the amount of energy and store it in these columns that has batteries, Richard, batteries. You know, and with solar installations, they're like, we need solar, you know, and this is in this thing, and it's a lot. I will show you later. Let's say we do a structure like this for a system like the Hyperloop that doesn't have a structure yet, and we were selecting the first team to be the structure of the Hyperloop with this. If you make a solar one structure of this going from here to LA, you will have the biggest solar park in the world, creating energy and availability in places you don't have today, and maybe creating new real estate or whatever can be done with that. So this system moves people in capsules. It's a 30 feet tall structure, very clean. One of the important things of this is you don't cut the site. So one of the problems the MTA told us is that they aren't able to expand metros and stuff because nobody wants to have a wall in front of his space or these concrete structures. This is nice, and you don't cut the site, so you can see across. And the other thing is you are able to move 10,000 people in rush hours with an 8-mile system like this. So it's really efficient. You generate the energy you use, and you're not only transporting people. If you see this hubs over here, together with Greenergy, we realized that maybe a good solution for California would be try to bring water, seawater, to Central Valley. So now you say, wow, but this is going to be an expensive thing. But what if we create a structure in which we connect seaside cities with Central Valley, and now we can transport goods, we can transport people, we can transport energy, and we can transport water. For 4 different activities that are main important to all the place. So why not? The thing is, we need to create the environment to start having these discussions with politicians and all the companies that might be interested in supporting an effort like this. But believe me, we can desalinize water with the lowest cost available today in the world. And we can do that in a distributed way. And we can also use the same technology to treat our gray and black waters, making available, stop having pollution in these small cities that don't have economic viability to treat the waters. So, and how we do this, because we have energy, we're able to transport it. That's why we are all here together. We can change reality, and reality sometimes is not what we want. So here you see the tube. That tube was proposed for the Hyperloop, but inside it's a vacuum tube. You can simply transport whatever you want. You can bring water, you can bring other materials. But if you are able to bring water, then you have energy that is generated on the roof, batteries, and you can put pumps, and you can bring that water at really reasonable cost. So this is about efficiency, and how we are creating a huge amount of energy using this infrastructure that doesn't use the ground. So we don't need to, instead of being invasive of a farm, we're going to generate energy and make it available for them, maybe for a lower cost that they have today. So this is a very, I would say, innovative way of approaching these problems. And we should, for sure, start having these discussions in this community. Well, this is an integration of all of our developments. We presented this to the Spark Awards. The important things about Spark Awards is that the judges of this competition are specialists in the field. So it's maybe the best specialist in approaching transportation selected us to be in the final of this competition, together with big companies as Merced, Panasonic, Airbus, Boeing, and some others. And we are very proud about that. So here you're looking to hangar plant 1. This is how we pretend the hangar to look like when we finish with it. Now with the partnership with Deltoid, we are able to increase the solar park in all the parking lots and in front of the terminal. We are trying to find space to complete around 5 megawatts. The purpose of this installation is not only to source energy for us, but generating funds to supply the creation and development of the Center for Exponential Sustainable Solutions together with UC. So Delta is proposing making a project in which they upfront investment and upfront earnings, so we can start funding in a good way this initiative. This is a map I received from a friend from far away. I don't know if he's recognizing that, but thank you, Richard, for the slide. This will show you, if you watch here, we have Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Fresno is a, where's that? No, okay, they're not in Palo Alto. They're in Fremont. He was with that. It's Fremont and Reno. So if you look where Tesla's locations are and where Faraday today is, we're exactly in the middle. So people, Castle and Merced are in the middle of the whole top developments happening in the world these days. So believe me, we can do it together. And I hope you will help us with that. Well, this is another approach of what the hangar might look like in the sites. This is important because this shows you how Internet of Things is integrating all this technology we're talking about. We are talking about cloud solutions, Gabino. We are talking about how we have microgrids that generate that now. If you see some presentations, I might sense anybody that is interested, but this being today the interest of creating microgrids. That means that we are converting consumers into prosumers. We are giving the opportunity to people to generate their energy, sell it, manage it in a different way. So believe me, the reality as we know it is changing so fast, and it's already changed. There's some industry that they didn't realize yet, but if they don't realize soon, they will be dead. So we need to, use, make a good use of our characteristic of being small. Being small sometimes is bad, because you're a big guy and simply knock you out. But sometimes being small means that you can be faster, or you fit into other places that others doesn't fit. And this is exactly what we have the opportunity. We can be faster. I mean, here I know I can call Mark, I can call Peter, we join, we have a conversation, we take a decision, we go forward. Try to do that in a bigger city. I dare you. Because I try. I have friends in UCLA. I know a lot of people in LA. Try to do this in there. It's impossible. So we can do it because we have the characteristics that are needed today, which is being faster, shorter decisions, and being maybe more innovative. We have nothing to lose, so we can go further. Okay. So this is something I read the other day. So now it's press saying that developments as Google does and we do will kill about 10 million jobs. We will kill just 10 million driving jobs. but we will create more than that. And that, I can assure that. I mean, we will need to create a totally new infrastructure. We will need to create new workers. We will need to create a whole new world that will need much more people, and we will use fibers, which is a very limited thing to be done, and educate these people to do another job that will give them more money for their time. And this is what we're talking about. We're talking about transformation and making people's life better. So now you will tell me, okay, this all stuff you've been talking about, this is amazing, but how are we going to pay for that? Well, let me tell you the good news. COP21 in Paris took the world and all the countries around that event to sign down something that they need to accomplish. And now you have mission innovation from Obama administration and all those presidents over there that says we need to cut down our carbon emissions. How are we going to do that? If we continue to move the same way we do, we won't. So we need to change things. Another note. I remember when I read that, I sent that to Peter, and Peter didn't know it yet. I got you with that. So, Breakthrough Energy Coalition is a fund that I read today is already in 20 billion. So they're already 10 times what they started less than a month ago. So they started announcing this in part with 2 billion, they are already with 20. This money is going to be invested in all this technology we're talking about today. And you know, the better thing about this, the only university selected by this group, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Richard Branson, Jack Ma, and many others, they selected the University of California to be the entity that will select the projects to be funded by this fund. So we really have a great opportunity, because I'm pretty sure that maybe we won't get the big part of it because you have Berkeley, UCLA, and all those guys that are big, but I'm pretty sure that there's a little part of it that is for granted for any of all the other campuses, right? Okay, so we have a good amount of money that we can create synergy and common research and create new companies around us. So here's the picture. The president of the UC, and the guy that takes care of investment for UC, together with Bill Gates, announcing that UC is the university selected to that job. Okay. And this is about future again. But it's also to show you at the end that our company, what does is lead in the vision and bring together a lot of other companies that are believing in what we do, and because we are of our persistence, that Adolfo also always make, you know, the point of saying, telling everybody about my persistence, that is, we are resilient. We are a resilient organization. Mark knows this. We don't desist. Even if things doesn't look like we want it, we don't desist, and we continue going until we get to this moment right now. This is one of the most happiest moments in my life. So just to show you, this January 9th was CESS. Mm-hmm. So in the CESS was presenting a personal drone that said was able to do something that we obviously know they can't. So the challenge in the group, in our WhatsApp group, so you have to understand this. We have WhatsApp groups for different groups of work within our organization. So we throw it there, okay, this is live. How would we do something that really works? And we started this development in January 9th. What day is today? 26? So that means that in about 15 days, we have renders of what the development should be to work today. Go. And this is something I offer Mark free of charge. This is a development of Eco Park. This is the development of an industrial park for sustainable industries. That includes incorporating all these innovative technologies into the development of an industrial park that we can adapt to Castle, and obviously be able to attract investment not only from the industries that are going to be there, but maybe from real estate companies and people that understand why all these gentlemen are here because of what you taught me, and I was able, as a good student, to reply to all these gentlemen in this room today. So, Darren, I dare you. You need to help us to get this to be listened by others that you believe that can contribute to the development of Castle Airport, because we need a strong industrial park here, and we will need all the help as possible.
I think the governor has a lot of high-speed rail.
Yeah, the problem is the last time I called him, he didn't pick up the phone. But if you put me in front of them, you bet. And once he gives me his email, I'm persistent. I mean, if we all go together, I mean, it's something you don't see much. And Peter can tell you. I mean, whenever we are working together, a lot of interacting with other UC campuses. So whenever Peter says, "Hey, we're here for whatever you want. Please let me know how I can help you," the guys look at him or has a reaction like, "Where is this guy from?" You know, it's. I mean, people are used to it. I mean, if we are able to unite efforts in this community, and it doesn't mind what we think as the political will be. We need to join everybody. So if we can join everybody, industries that want to be here, the university, the county, and the supervisors and congressmen and senators of the region, and we can all together understand that this is an opportunity in a lifetime for this region. We can go with the president if we want, but we need to be together. Yes.
And I just want to add, I mean, you mentioned the fund earlier, the one with Bill Gates and Clean Energy. Innovation and entrepreneurship is a tremendous priority, kicked off by President Janet Napolitano's statement last year that the UC system would begin investing in UC startups. This is an ideal time that we had our first conference across the University of California system on the topic of innovation and entrepreneurship. In addition to the funding that Eduardo mentioned, the UC system has put $250 million into as an anchor for an investment fund that is being managed by Vivek Ranadive, who's the owner of the Sacramento Kings, and he will use that money to raise more money. So this is an extraordinary time for California to support innovation and entrepreneurship, exactly the type of thing that we're talking about here today.
Thanks for the input. This is all. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you very much for being here. Please be sure that anybody you represent receives our thanks. And also that receive the opportunity of calling to anybody of us and be able to contribute to this at any point in any sense. So I want to declare the Center for Exponential Sustainable Solutions created. We will take some time until it's operative, so in the meantime, we have a 501c3 created in NASA, LatinX, that is going to receive donations to make the center work. We have some projects in the pipeline together with UC Environment now that will be funded with this funds that will be raised. So please don't doubt on asking me any doubt, and whatever you can contribute or whatever idea you might have of how we can work together or help can be obtained. I listen. We will need all the help we can get. And again, I'm consider myself already a Merced inhabitant, and we are doing everything to make this place a very better place. And hopefully you all help. Thank you. 2, we're going to have a little visit to the hangar, so you know how it looks like and how we need help to get it to the point we want. But we have a vision, so that's the good part.
It worked very well done. So as he just said, we'll go ahead and we'll probably follow you the red ones right now.
No, I don't have read one, but
So we're going to go over to the big hangar that we can actually see. This is where you have to look beyond what is and imagine what's going to be. And so we're going to meet over at the gate part, just walk through Scott, and you guys get a first-hand look at the size of this hangar. It's 191,000 square feet, and so it's a very large facility. So we're looking forward to sharing that with you. But again, on behalf of the county, on behalf of Supervisor McDaniel, Councilmember Raymond, thank you very, very much for being here today. Thank you.